Well, hi everybody, Todd Woodbridge here. I'm here in my study at home in Melbourne, and like everybody out there, we're looking for some things to do. So we actually thought it'd be a pretty good opportunity for us to catch up with all of the Aussie players, find out where they are around the world, what they're doing in isolation and in this forced break. And I'm very pleased to say that our first guest in this little series is Australia's #1 male player in Alex de Minaur. And Demon, welcome to you.
How you doing, Todd? Well, I'm currently in Spain, Alicante, on house arrest. It's been officially day 12 since lockdown over here. Yeah, we're pretty much not allowed to leave the house unless you go to the supermarket or the hospital. So basically, it's pretty bad over here. As of right now, I'm actually by myself. So, I've got my family two streets up. So every now and then I'll, if I'm bored, I'll go over and I'll spend some time with them. Have food, just play board games, just somehow try to get the days to pass away. So it's good that I've got my family two streets away. Look, I'm glad you asked, Todd. Obviously I've been alone, so I've had to make some new friends, and I would like to introduce you to my latest friend, named Wilson. So I don't know if you can see, but you've probably got some eyes there. The two eyes, nose. Yeah, it's been keeping me company. It's a great friend. We've been playing catch together. It's just been lots of fun. I probably lost my head on day 2, so that's when all of this started happening. And as you know, I've got sisters, and they decided that it would be a great idea for me to start doing TikToks.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
The problem is I've got way too much time in my hands. So there's only so much Netflix you can watch, only so much TV you can watch, in-house exercise. So the rest of the time I'm doing TikToks. I just need to feel inspired. Yeah, well, it's definitely not easy, and I would probably say you can't really, especially I don't have a treadmill or a bike in my house, so that isn't helping at the moment. So I can only do sort of body weight stuff. So I'm doing push-ups, core, or sort of TheraBands, jump rope, but I can't actually do any sort of big cardio sessions. So it's taking a little bit of time to adjust to, because obviously you're in the house all the time, so you're not used to your daily exercise. So you kind of try to watch what you're eating as well, because it's very easy to just sit on the couch and start having plenty of snacks. So I'm trying to stay away from that. 2 days ago, I cooked for the first time. I cooked chili con carne. It was actually
Good Spanish dish.
Yeah, it was fun to try it out. I watched a lot of tutorials, how to slice an onion, how to slice a pepper, all the fun stuff. It was very comical actually, but I enjoyed it. It gave me food for 2 days. So probably today I might have to go back to the supermarket and see what I cook for the next couple of days. Well, I can say that the community over here has really gotten together, and they're sort of all fighting this battle together. So, where I'm living, it's a little bit different, because it's sort of more independent houses, but in apartment buildings and blocks, everyone's sort of at 8 p.m. everyone goes out and just has a round of applause for all the people that are working in front line to try and attack this virus. People are singing together. They're just really getting behind each other in these really tough times to try and, push ahead. It's not the end of the world. It's just a kind of big bump in the road, and everyone's just trying to do whatever they can to be as positive as possible. Yeah, obviously it's not ideal, and probably one of the things that has been on my mind more often than not. But who knew this was going to happen? Like, it's not anything in my power, so I can't think about it too much, because if not, I'll probably go crazy, considering I still got plenty of weeks of lockdown and plenty of more weeks before there's any tennis played. So obviously it's a pretty bad situation. I would have given anything to be playing and not being injured, not missing the Australian Open, being able to play Davis Cup, all these things. But it's been a pretty bad year. What can you do? Now, well, the good thing is I'm healthy, so now it's just I'll be ready whenever tennis starts back again. Well, obviously tennis is a huge part of my life, so having that sort of taken away for a while, it's not easy. I know a lot of the players are on the same boat. They're just trying to find stuff to do, stuff to keep them entertained, new hobbies, try new things to try to make the days pass away. But it's going to help me in the long run. That's probably the main thing that I've got to get in my head, that this patience, this sort of, well, the cards I've been dealt, you got to deal with it. And at some stage, tennis is going to be back again in our lives. But until then, I've got to make sure to try keep a healthy mind and use this as training, especially for the mind. Look, I'm up for anything. I never in my life thought I would cook, because I realized that it's not about the cooking. The cooking is all right? It takes a while, but you cook, the food's pretty decent. The thing is then cleaning after yourself, the dishes. It's a lot of work for not a lot of reward. So if I find something that's less taxing, but who knows? Maybe in 2 more days I'm that bored that I might actually try and clean the whole house. Who knows? Matt Reed. Talk to Tomo. I've been talking to Johnny. There's a lot of these guys, which I just want to find out how it's going in Oz, because obviously I'm seeing everything that's happening over here in Spain, and potentially in Oz they might not be taking it as seriously as they could or they should. And I really just don't want them to go into complete lockdown, because that's where I'm at the moment, and it's definitely not a lot of fun. Well, let's see. I've watched a lot. I've almost completed Netflix. Let's just say, probably if you haven't seen Formula One on Netflix, it's 2 seasons of just, it explains to you how the whole Formula One works. You get insight from all the different drivers, and you find out all the different politics, and it's actually very interesting. That's probably one of my go-to shows. Probably the last books I read were the Harry Potter books. And now I've got a couple books in my house that it gets to the point of the day where I decide to read. I've got nothing else to do, so I've got some books. I've got some sort of fiction and non-fiction books that I'm going through. I've got one called 10 Rules of Life from Jordan Peterson. which is interesting, but it's taken me about 6 months, and I'm only halfway. And then I've got a sort of a fiction book, which I'm kind of going through the paces right now. It's tough. Yeah, basically just stay home, stay safe. This doesn't just affect you. I mean, it's the people you could infect, your loved ones, people close by, and there's only one way to sort of make this stop, and it's just to try to flatten the curve, not get infected, and you can do that by just staying home. It's as simple as that. So hopefully it doesn't get to the stage that it's gotten to here in Spain, in Oz, and I wish everyone nothing but the best.
Couldn't say it more perfectly, Damon. You take care of yourself and your family, and stay safe, stay well.
Thanks, Todd.